Hi, fish friends. Sit back and get comfortable because I'm going to read to you a book about birds. It's called What Makes a Bird a Bird? And it's written by May Gerlich. In trees and in bushes at the edge of a brook, on the ground and in the air, birds are flying, singing, calling, bathing, and nesting. How do we know that a bird is a bird? What makes it a bird? Is it a bird because it flies? A fly flies. So do butterflies and ladybugs and dragonflies and bees. But these are not birds. Many insects fly. These are insects. They don't fly as fast as birds and not as far as birds, but many insects fly. And what's this flying around in the middle of the night? It's not an insect. It's not a bird. Do you know what it is? It's a bat. All bats hang upside down, asleep in hollow trees or in caves, and at night they fly, catching insects to eat as they fly around. So bats fly, and insects fly, and birds fly, and other things fly too. What else flies? What do you think this is? It's flying above the water. Is it a bat? Is it an insect? Is it a bird? No, it's a flying fish. It has been frightened by an enemy underwater, and like all fish, a flying fish lives most of the time in the water, but if an enemy comes near, it can jump out of the water, dart through the air, and escape. Flying fish don't fly high and they don't fly far, but they fly higher and farther than some birds. If there are flying insects and flying bats and even flying fish, then it's not flying that makes a bird a bird. Can you think of a bird that doesn't fly? Well, have you ever seen a chicken fly? Hardly ever. Sometimes chickens try to fly, but they don't get very far. To get anywhere, a chicken walks. Is a chicken a bird? Sure is. Another bird that doesn't fly is what? Do you know what this one is? It's an ostrich. It's the biggest bird in the world, but it can't fly. An ostrich can run fast though, even faster than a horse. Look at those long legs. That's why the ostrich is such a fast runner. Can you think of another bird that can't fly? A penguin can't fly. Penguins walk, down to the water they waddle, and into the sea for a swim. If the ostrich can't fly, and penguins and chickens can't fly, what makes them birds? Are they birds because they have wings? Birds have wings, all right. But look at a flying insect. Can you see a fly's wings? And what about a dragonfly and butterfly? And bees, they all have wings too. Not all insects have wings, but those that fly have to have wings. Anything that flies has to have wings. Then what about a chicken and an ostrich? They have wings, but they do not fly. Why? Their wings are too small for their bodies to lift their bodies up in the air. The penguin's little wings are like flippers. They're fine for swimming, but too small to lift the penguin up into the air. Still, an ostrich and a chicken and a penguin are birds. So it isn't wings that make a bird a bird. Is a bird a thing that sings? Look at this bird. Birds sing and call to each other, especially in the spring. Some birds sing, some birds call, some cluck, cluck, and some quack. Now that's how birds talk to each other. One bird's song might mean, "This is my tree, keep away." Usually other birds do keep away, but if they don't, there might be a fight. Chiree, chiree, a bird sings to another bird. Maybe his song means, "Come, join me." A mother hen clucks to her chicks to tell them, "Food is here, cluck, cluck, cluck." And a duck quacks to her ducklings, quack, quack, quack. And that means she wants the ducklings to follow her. Peep, peep, peep. The little robins open their mouth up to their mother. That lets their parents know that their babies are hungry. Birds sing and call messages to each other, but singing and calling is not what makes a bird a bird. Lots of insects sing and call their messages to each other too. Can you name an insect that makes a loud sound calling to other insects? Crickets. Crickets chirp and grasshoppers hum. Katydids repeat their rhythmic song all night long. Katydid, katydid, Katy didn't. Have you ever heard that sound at night? And of all the insects, the tree cricket's song at night is the most beautiful. But these singers and callers are not birds, so it isn't singing that makes a bird a bird. Then what is the special thing that makes a bird a bird? Is it a bird if it builds a nest? Birds build nests in trees and in bushes and under eaves, in barns. Sometimes they even build their nests in mailboxes, wherever their eggs and their babies will be safe. Birds' eggs must be kept warm in order to hatch. The nest and the mother's body keep the eggs warm, but some birds build no nests at all. A whippoorwill, that's the kind of bird, lays her eggs on the ground, but the eggs are the color of the ground around them. That is called camouflage, and that keeps them safe. The penguin that lives in the cold, icy Antarctic builds no nest. The mother bird lays one egg, and then the father penguin carries the egg on top of his feet, close to his body. That's how he keeps the egg warm for 2 months until it's ready to hatch. Is this a bird's nest? It looks like one, doesn't it? But it isn't. It's a hornet's nest. Other creatures make nests, ants and bees and snakes and fish and rabbits and mice. They all make nests. Nest building is not the special thing that makes a bird a bird. Neither is egg laying. All birds lay eggs, it's true. But what other kind of animals lay eggs? Can you name one? Frogs, snakes, fish, bees, mosquitoes, and many other creatures lay eggs. So, it's not flying that makes a bird different from anything else alive, and it's not having wings And it's not singing or calling, and it's not building nests or laying eggs. What is it then that makes a bird a bird? Birds have something special that no other living things have. Do you know what it is? Feathers! Feathers. Only birds have feathers. That's the special thing that makes a bird a bird. A bird has to have feathers to be a bird. If it flies or not, if it sings or not, anything with feathers is a bird. Feathers are strong. It's hard to break or tear one. If you bend a feather from the tip to the end, watch, boing, it bounces right back. And if you put a drop of water on a feather, it rolls right off. Feathers are beautiful. They come in all colors. There's red cardinals and blue jays. There's black birds and white doves. Parrots come in all kinds of colors. And then there's brown sparrows and many other colored birds in other colored feathers. Feathers are light too. Whew, look at how they float. Have you ever heard the expression, light as a feather? I'm holding one and it's so light. I can't even tell it's in my hand. And now it's not. Feathers are useful too. They do many things for birds. Their flight feathers make birds the best flyers. Even though other creatures can fly, no living creature can fly as long or as far as a bird. A bird has several layers of feather. There's a cloak of feathers. Cloak is like an overcoat or heavy coat that keeps the birds warm in the winter. Have you ever watched a bird on a cool day? It looks like a fat puffball because it has fluffed its feathers out to keep out that cold. And a layer of flat feathers help keep birds cool in the summer. The heat from the bird's body works its way through those feathers. Feathers keep birds dry in the rain. Remember how that water rolled right off the feather? And birds take good care of their feathers. Some birds bathe in water. They duck and they splash and they spread their wings. And some birds like to take little dust baths. They fluff the dust inside their body to help separate their feathers and keep them clean. And then birds use their bills to clean or preen between their feathers, and that helps keep them clean. But no matter how well birds clean their feathers, they do get brittle and wear out. About once a year, birds molt. Their feathers are worn out and they fall out, but not all at once, just one or two at a time. And as they fall out, new, fresh feathers grow in. You may find an old feather on the ground. Pick it up and have a look at it. So interesting. Feathers are the special things that make a bird a bird. I hope you enjoyed learning about birds in that story. Thanks for watching, friends.